Have you noticed that little things, like a cold or a sore throat, take way longer to go away than they used to? You sleep a full 8 hours, yet wake up feeling like you barely rested? If that sounds familiar, you're not alone. What if your immune system just needs a little help? See, I've been drinking the same simple homemade remedy for nearly 30 years now, and I haven't had the flu once. I'm not selling anything. I'm not a doctor. I'm just someone who found something that actually works and wants to share it. This drink only has 3 ingredients. You probably already have them in your kitchen. It takes less than 5 minutes to make, and it might just change how you feel this season. Now, before we jump in, I'd love to know, where are you tuning in from? Comment below and share your city. I always enjoy hearing from you. And don't forget to like this video and subscribe for more tips like these. Trust me, you don't want to miss what's coming up next. 1. Raw honey. Let me tell you something honest. When I was younger, I thought honey was just a nice way to sweeten tea. Nothing more. My grandma used to stir it into her chamomile every night and called it nature's remedy. I smiled and nodded, not thinking much of it. But now, I get it. I really do. Because for the past 28 years, raw honey has been one of the 3 simple ingredients that's kept me flu-free. And no, I don't mean some fancy health store syrup or honey in a plastic bear bottle. I'm talking about real, raw honey, the kind that hasn't been heated, filtered, or stripped of the good stuff. What makes raw honey so special is everything that's still inside it. Unlike regular honey, raw honey is packed with enzymes, antioxidants, and tiny nutrients that your body knows exactly how to use. Scientists say it has natural antibacterial and antiviral properties, fancy words that just mean it helps your body stand up to the germs that try to bring you down. Here's how I use it. I take 1 tablespoon each morning, stirred into warm, not boiling, water. I drink it slowly, usually while reading the newspaper or watching the birds outside my window. It's become a small ritual, something that feels comforting and intentional. And let me tell you, I've noticed the difference. I used to catch a cold every winter. It would knock me out for weeks. Now, I haven't had a flu in decades. I'm not saying honey is a magic cure, but I do believe it's made a real difference for me, and for others, too. My neighbor Margaret, who's in her 70s, started doing the same after I told her about it. She used to miss her weekly bridge games every winter from being sick. Now she swears by that little jar of raw honey on her kitchen counter. She calls it her golden guard. If you're someone who's always reaching for cough drops or cold medicine when winter hits, maybe it's time to try something simpler. Pick up a jar of raw honey, just make sure the label says raw or unfiltered. It might cost a few dollars more, but it lasts a long time, and it's worth it for how it makes you feel. If you're watching your sugar, you can start with just a teaspoon instead of a tablespoon. It's not about the quantity, it's about the habit. A small, daily act of care that adds up. 2. Fresh lemon juice. There's something so simple about a lemon. It just sits quietly on your kitchen counter, doesn't make a fuss. But inside that little yellow fruit is one of the strongest tools I've found for staying healthy, especially during flu season. For nearly 3 decades, fresh lemon juice has been part of my daily flu-fighting drink. I didn't start using it because I read it in some magazine or saw it on a fancy health show. I started because I remembered how my mom used it. She'd squeeze lemon into her tea every evening after dinner. She never called it a remedy, just said it made her feel better. And now, I understand what she meant. Lemons are packed with something we all need more of as we age, vitamin C. You've probably heard of it, but here's why it really matters. Vitamin C is like a support beam for your immune system. It helps your body fight off viruses and recover faster when you do get sick. For us older folks, who may not bounce back as quickly, that's no small thing. And we're not talking about needing big doses. The juice from just half a lemon gives you about 30 to 40 milligrams of vitamin C, which is nearly half of what our bodies need each day. That's a powerful boost, just from a little squeeze in your cup. But it's not just about vitamin C. Lemon juice is also full of antioxidants. Those are the things that protect your cells from damage. Think of them as little cleaners, sweeping away the stuff that builds up in your body over time. That kind of cleanup helps reduce inflammation, ease joint discomfort, and support your overall well-being. Now let me tell you how I use it. I take one fresh lemon, slice it in half, and squeeze the juice from one half into a mug of warm water. Not hot, just warm enough to feel cozy. Then I mix it with honey, and it becomes a bright, soothing drink that feels like a fresh start to my day. If squeezing lemons is hard on your hands, I get it, use a simple citrus squeezer. I found one at a garage sale years ago, and it's been a game changer. And if the lemon taste feels a little strong at first, start with just a tablespoon of juice and adjust to what feels good for you. It's not about being perfect. It's about making something work for you. Now, I know a few folks who worry about lemon juice hurting their teeth. If that's something you've been told, just use a straw when you sip it. Or rinse your mouth with plain water afterward. Easy fix, and it lets you keep enjoying the benefits without worry. I'll also say this, adding lemon juice to my routine didn't just help me stay flu-free. It helped me feel more awake, more refreshed. Even on those slow mornings when my joints felt stiff or the weather had me feeling low, that first sip brought a little spark back. So next time you're at the store, grab a few lemons. Keep them on the counter or in the fridge. Make it part of your morning. That little zing of juice might just be the lift your body's been asking for. 3. Fresh ginger. If you've ever had a sore throat in the middle of winter or felt that deep chill in your bones that no blanket seems to fix, then you'll understand why I'm so grateful for fresh ginger. For nearly 30 years now, it's been the quiet hero in my daily wellness routine, the little root that does more than you'd expect. You see, ginger isn't just something you throw into a stir-fry. It's one of the oldest, most trusted natural remedies out there. And for people like us, who are a little older and a little wiser, ginger offers a kind of support that feels tailor-made for our bodies. Ginger contains something called gingerol, a powerful natural compound that helps your body fight off infections. It's both antiviral and anti-inflammatory, which is a fancy way of saying it helps stop germs in their tracks and calms down the aches and pains that come with being under the weather. It also helps with something many of us deal with more and more, digestion. Whether it's bloating after dinner, a bit of nausea now and then, or just that sluggish feeling in your belly, ginger gently gets things moving. And for me, that's been such a relief. I used to think feeling uncomfortable after meals was just part of aging, until I added ginger into my day. Let me tell you how I use it. Every morning, I take a small piece of ginger, about an inch long. I use the edge of a spoon to scrape off the skin. It's actually easier on the hands than a knife, and then I grate it or slice it into thin pieces. I drop that right into my mug with the lemon juice and honey. Then I pour warm water over it and let it steep for a few minutes. The smell alone, warm, sharp, comforting, makes me feel better right away. Now if grating feels like too much work some days, don't worry. You can slice the ginger instead and let it soak in the water. Or if you're really short on time, you can use a bit of ground ginger from your spice rack, though fresh is always better if you want the full benefits. I also like how warming ginger is. I don't just mean the taste, I mean the way it makes you feel. When your hands and feet are cold in the winter, ginger helps improve circulation. It's like lighting a small fire inside your body, just enough to chase the chill away and get you moving again. For those of us who deal with stiffness or slow mornings, that little bit of warmth can go a long way. So if you've got a ginger root sitting in the fridge, go ahead and use it. If not, next time you're out grocery shopping, grab a small piece. It costs barely a couple dollars and lasts for weeks in the fridge. Add just a teaspoon each morning, and see how it makes you feel. Stronger. Warmer. A little more like yourself. 4. How to make and enjoy the 3-ingredient flu-fighting drink. Alright, we've talked about the 3 ingredients: raw honey, fresh lemon juice, and fresh ginger. Now let me show you exactly how to bring them together into a simple morning drink that can help you stay strong, feel better, and support your immune system every single day. Don't worry, this isn't one of those recipes that takes 20 minutes and 5 different pots. If you can make a cup of tea, you can make this drink. It's easy, it's fast, and once you do it a couple of times, it'll become second nature. Here's exactly what I do each morning. First, I grab my favorite mug. You know the one you've had for years, or maybe the one your grandkids gave you. I like to use that one because it makes the moment feel more special. This isn't just a drink, it's a daily habit of taking care of myself. Then I boil some water. Now this part is important. Once the water boils, I let it cool down for about 2 to 3 minutes. You don't want to pour boiling hot water over honey or lemon juice because it can damage the good stuff, the enzymes, the antioxidants, that we want to keep. Just let it sit while you get the rest ready. Next, I take half a fresh lemon and squeeze the juice into the mug. I usually get about 2 tablespoons from half a lemon. That's the perfect amount. If you're sensitive to the tartness, you can start with 1 tablespoon and adjust as you go. Then I grab my fresh ginger. I cut off a small piece, about an inch long. I peel it gently using a spoon, much safer than a knife, especially if your grip isn't as strong as it used to be. I grate it or slice it thin and drop it right into the mug. By now, the water has cooled a bit. I pour it over the lemon and ginger, letting everything blend together. And then, my favorite part, I add 1 tablespoon of raw honey. I stir it slowly until it dissolves. The honey melts into the warm water, and you can smell the soothing mix of ginger and lemon rising up. That's it. No blender, no timer, no stress. Just a simple warm drink that takes less than 5 minutes to make, and can do so much for your body. I usually sip mine in the morning, on an empty stomach, about 20 minutes before breakfast. That gives my body time to absorb the nutrients fully. But honestly, you can have it any time of day, whenever it fits your routine. Some people love it in the evening, like a wind-down drink after dinner. Others sip it after a walk, or while watching the news. There's no wrong time. What matters is that you make it yours. And if one day you forget, don't worry. This isn't about being perfect, it's about being consistent over time. The power of this drink comes from the small, daily habit. It's a gentle way to care for yourself. And over the weeks and months, you'll notice the difference. Fewer sick days. More energy. That feeling of being in tune with your body again. So I invite you to try it. Just once. See how it feels. Let it become a part of your day, a little reminder that your health still matters, your comfort still matters, and you are absolutely worth the care and attention. Beautiful. Let's bring this journey to a heartfelt close, with a message that doesn't just wrap up the video, but leaves your audience feeling empowered, seen, and gently inspired. If you've made it this far with me, I want to take a moment to say thank you. Not just for watching, but for choosing to care for yourself. That's no small thing. Especially in a world that often forgets older adults still need attention, still want to feel good, still deserve to wake up with energy and peace. I know firsthand how easy it is to let things slide. You get used to the little aches, the tired mornings, the sniffles that last a week longer than they used to. You tell yourself, well, that's just part of getting older. And yes, some of it is. But not all of it. And certainly not everything. The truth is, we still have a say in how we feel each day. We still have choices. And sometimes, those choices are as simple as a warm mug in your hand, a mix of lemon, ginger, and honey that reminds your body, I'm here for you. That's what I hope for you, too. And if you do, if even one part of this helped you feel better, I'd love to hear about it. Please leave a comment below. Share your thoughts, your experience, or even your own tips. Your story might inspire someone else who's quietly struggling, just like you once were. If you found this helpful, please take a moment to like this video, share it with a friend, or subscribe to the channel. It's not about numbers for me, it's about reaching real people, just like you, who are still learning, still growing, still showing up every day. Here's to fewer sick days, more good mornings, and all the quiet, beautiful moments still waiting for you. You've got this.